Welcome to Choffy's Compensation Plan presentation. Let's get started. Principles of Success. We begin our presentation with an explanation of the principles and behaviors that drive our compensation plan. We do this to help you better understand the compensation plan and how it is designed to create and reward successful distributors. 1. The dream is real. We know that the dream to achieve financial and personal goals is an important driver in our industry. For some, that may be retiring at 40. For others, it may be sending kids to college or a private school. Maybe the dream is to travel around the world or to make an impact on the lives of others. Whatever your dream is, we know that if you are willing to work for it, our compensation plan will allow you to achieve those. This will not happen overnight, but it can happen. We want it to happen. In a sense, we are a catalyst for your dreams. 2. Each new distributor is precious. Different people have different levels at which they want to participate in this business. Some may join so they can sell to their friends and family in order to earn enough to pay for their own product, while others may want to work their business part-time to augment their income or receive recognition they've not experienced before. There will also be some that join with the intent to quit their current job and participate full-time when their earnings reach a certain level. Each of these individuals is important, so we have created a plan that will help them all be successful. 3. Growth comes from retention with recruiting. Recruiting is an essential aspect of being successful. However, if we cannot retain the people we recruit, then it's all for naught. A successful distributor focuses not only on recruiting, but also training, mentoring, and consistency, which together will result in retention and growth. Success does not and cannot come from occasional effort. 4. We are in the people-building business. This is one of the strengths of the direct selling industry. We build people. Through your experience with the Choffy Compensation Plan and business opportunity, you will stretch. You will do things that you never thought you would be able to do, but in doing so, you will become better than you were before as you work with your team, build them, and teach them. Your business is about more than just numbers. It is about building others and making an impact on their lives. 5. Time is our top competitor. You make choices each day about how to spend your time. You'll likely spend time with your family, friends, job, and other things. We know that our biggest competitor is not another company. It is time. Because of this, we have created a compensation plan that will make it worth your time so that as you choose to work on your Choffy business, you will reap the rewards. 6. Success comes from building and keeping leaders. Leaders are a key part of the puzzle to the success of your business. You need to build them and help them become successful. Our plan has been designed in such a way that each step of the journey will entice, motivate, and reward the behaviors that will help you build leaders and keep them. 7. To develop successful leaders, we must first develop successful managers. Leaders are not developed overnight. It takes time, effort, and skills that are acquired through experience. Becoming a leader is like growing to adulthood. There are skills that must be mastered before you can succeed as an adult. Our career path is specifically designed to motivate the appropriate behaviors and reward you as you do them. 8. Leaders should be rewarded for leading by example. As a leader, your downline will be looking up to you as a role model. They will follow your example, whether good or bad. Because we want you and them to be successful, we reward leaders for leading by example. 9. People will go where the money flows. As you teach the compensation plan, teach your downline not just how the plan works, but how to work the plan. Align and apply your training to the compensation plan so they will know how to succeed. 10. The smarter you work, the more you make. Working smart is about doing the right things at the right time. It's about leveraging your time and skills and those from your downline. Work together to succeed together. This is truly a case where the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts. Five golden behaviors. The keys to becoming a successful distributor are wrapped into what we call the five golden behaviors. The first two behaviors, selling and recruiting, are the most foundational behaviors a distributor must learn in order to be successful. You have to be able to sell and recruit in order to progress. Building managers begins with duplicating yourself. It's teaching those that you have recruited how to sell and how to recruit. As your team grows and you become more effective, you will also teach them how to teach and manage their downline. Building leaders takes building managers one step further. Building leaders is about teaching your managers how to become leaders. Teach them how to leverage their time with other managers in their downline. Retention is interwoven through each of the other four behaviors. It is a result of consistency, competency, and motivation. Because these behaviors are the key to being a successful distributor, they are also the key to a successful compensation plan. You'll see throughout our presentations how we've identified each of these behaviors and associated them with different titles and payouts. We encourage you to teach your downline that the key to being successful is in these five golden behaviors: selling, recruiting, building managers, building leaders, and retention. Applying the five golden behaviors. As we discussed in the principles of success, teaching how the plan works is not enough. You must teach how to work the plan, and the answer to that is in applying the five golden behaviors. There are three phases of a distributorship: distributor, manager, and leader. Each of these phases focus on specific behaviors that are appropriate for the skill set that needs to be acquired. Think of a distributorship like a person. Before you learn to run, you must first learn to walk. Before you learn to read, you must first learn how to talk. The same can be said for a distributorship. Before you can be a successful leader, you must first be a successful manager. Before you can be a successful manager, you must first be a successful distributor. Getting started. Distributor phase. Becoming a distributor is exciting, but often confusing and overwhelming as well. You know you want to be successful, but you're not entirely sure how or what you should do. To be a successful distributor, you need to sell and recruit. It's like learning to walk and talk. Learning to sell and recruit are your two primary functions in the distributor phase. As you develop these skills, you will be rewarded and will gain competency to progress and learn new skills. Each step of the way, your rewards will grow, as will your responsibilities. Setting the stage. Manager phase. When you have recruited a couple of distributors, you move into the manager phase. This is an evolutionary process. The executive manager could be considered the pinnacle of the manager phase. All managers, no matter how experienced, must continue to sell and recruit. The amount of time spent on this will evolve, but you never stop. At the beginning of the manager phase, a considerable amount of focus should be on selling, recruiting, and duplicating yourself. Duplicating yourself is teaching those who you have recruited how to do what you have done, namely, how to sell and recruit. A more experienced manager, such as an executive manager, should be self-sufficient and focused mostly on working with their group, teaching them how to become managers and helping them meet their goals. A manager thinks tactically. They might ask themselves, how can I achieve my goals this month? What does my group need to achieve their goals? As they identify and fulfill these, they build a group that is strong and stable, consistently meeting their requirements. Most importantly, a manager leads by example. Just as a parent needs to set an example for their children, a manager must set an example for their group, and they must show their team how important recruiting, selling, consistency, and training are. Leading like a leader. leadership phase. Leaders are not born overnight. They're grown over time and through experience. Some will develop faster than others, but the end result is what matters. While a leader has added responsibilities, they never stop selling and recruiting. They don't spend a lot of time doing that, but they don't stop completely. They know that they need a continual pool of individuals that they can work with to develop other managers and leaders from. If they stop selling and recruiting, that pool would evaporate over time. A leader thinks strategically rather than tactically. Instead of, what do I need to do to reach my goals this month? They think, where do I want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And they set out to put things in place that will enable them to achieve those goals. A successful leader leverages their time by working with other managers and leaders below them. Can you imagine what it would be like to be responsible for 53-year-olds? You wouldn't be able to take care of them all by yourself. It would be utter chaos. However, if you had some other people to help you, you could split them up into smaller groups, which would be more effective and efficient. You could then oversee the leaders of those groups, ensuring that they had what they needed to be successful with their individual groups. That is what a successful leader does. They leverage their time by working with managers and leaders to oversee the entire organization so they, in turn, can focus on developing the skills of those managers and leaders through training, coaching, and mentoring. In addition, because they work smart by leveraging their time, they can work specifically with the rising stars in their organization by assisting them in gaining the skills of a successful manager and leader. And finally, leaders lead by example. Thank you for watching Choffy's Compensation Plan presentation, Session 1.